And just like that, it is 3:05 here on Wednesday at AM 1410 WRMN. It's my favorite day of the week. It's still my favorite day of the week. You know why? Because it's time for the Laura Dion-Jones Show, the show that helps you lose weight fast, get rich quick, and look young forever. Laura Dion-Jones, I think you've de-aged in the last week since I've seen you. Is this correct?
Thank you.
You've gone backwards in time on me again?
Yes, thank you.
I don't know how you do it.
Thank you for saying that.
I don't know how you do it.
I don't either. I think everybody accuses me of having that picture in my closet.
Oh, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Dorian Gray.
It's wonderful to have you back in the studio on Wednesdays, and I look forward to Wednesdays every week since you've arrived here. This is what, your 42nd show or so?
42nd, yes.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Thank you for all that warm welcome. Listen, today's show is brought to you again by...
The good Dorian Gray, the picture of, but also
Yes,
the good
sir.
folks at Allen & Son Seal Coating. You know, that's the trusted area for all your asphalt and asphalt maintenance needs. You can call these folks up. Summer's winding down, 847-980-6914. That's Allen & Sons. You know the Y is still registering for their after-school programs. They provide preschool and kindergarten enrichment as well as elementary school age after-school care. Now, the Y buses pick up at a variety of Elgin schools and take the youngster to the Y for homework help, something we all need, sports, swimming, arts and humanities, character development, and wellness activities. Now, reserve your spot now. That's at the Y. As you know, they are located at 50 North McLean Boulevard. And, of course, they're always right there for the taking for you as far as the Y is concerned. How about Claire Oleas? Claire Oleas was in the studio just 168 hours ago. You can visit her now at 2001 Larkin Avenue. The Claire Oleas office is right there, conveniently located on Elgin's west side. You know that Dorian Gray, Mrs., you went there just recently and had your...
What do you think one of my secrets is? Acupuncture by Clara Leos. Are you kidding me?
Back in time. Get younger by the visit. Go to Dr. Claire Oleas. Living Proof is our radio star right here, our diva. 847-888-9988. That's Dr. Claire Oleas.
And listen, we'd like to thank snobhounds.com, a canine clothing company. Think Nike meets Donna Karen, but for canines. And Casey Tool, an automotive specialty tool company. And here in the studio with us today are my cohort, Mike Hunziker. Were you serious when you said that about me?
Yes, of course I'm serious. When have I been on the radio and have I ever lied?
Well, never. But you know what? I did get a little, since we're having some kind of a 10 pounds who loses at first weight loss challenge.
I've heard about that.
You, George, me, Jeff Myers
I'm
doesn't
right there.
need to
No,
lose
I'm there.
weight. I got a jump on you all.
What'd you do?
What? No, you
A
don't.
jump. Yes, I did. But
Is
yeah.
it legal? Can the commissioner
Well, maybe
judge
it's
it?
a pound or two off. My face looks thinner. That could be what it is.
Is that what it is?
And you know something? I got to talk to you about your daily cardio, pal.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
No, don't look at me like that.
Yeah.
You point that finger at me and tell
Okay.
me.
When we get to the section with the EBLs, we're going to talk daily cardio.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
All right, we will.
Are you Botoxing? What is your face?
No, I don't Botox.
All right.
No,
Well,
you know what I
what's the
did?
mystery 1 pound off the face?
Well, maybe that's just where I'm losing weight first this week because now I decided to challenge myself. If you're an Elgin's Biggest Loser, you got last night's little newsletter. You got it, didn't you?
No, I'm glued to it.
About up, see?
Yeah.
About up the ante. That's what you got to do. You got to up the ante. And I was rowing 8,000 meters in an hour, and I was getting bored, and I was like, nothing's happening, and you know I'm good with my carbs, and so I decided to up it to 9,000 because 9,000 meters per hour. Could you figure out how many miles that is, please?
9,000 meters
Per hour is what I row.
I'll
It
do
was
the
my
best I
personal
can.
best, huh?
I'll do the best I can to figure out.
Oh, you got that magic computer in front of you. Are you kidding me? Just poke it in there to that whatever
It's not a
magic site.
calculator.
But no, he has this site where he comes up with all these little tips and stuff. So anyway, I upped my cardio quotient
Yeah?
for the day to 9,000 meters per hour
Okay.
rowing. If I could do it, you could do it.
Okay, okay.
And so maybe that's how I'm going to lose my 10 in September.
Okay.
Hear that, George, if you're listening out
I've
there. in
upped my ante a little bit as well. First of all,
Tell
I
me.
get rid of my 20-pound cast. And we determined it was a 20-pound cast, which is why I gained so much weight towards the end of the other Elgin's Biggest Loser that we were in.
Yes.
But we have to come up with a grand prize as to who gets what and why. I've got a great solution to all this.
Tell me.
I really have been craving, and this is seriously, I've been craving a lobster tail. Can we play for a lobster tail?
Okay.
Is that good?
You're on.
Did you watch Man vs. Wild at all?
No, why? Do they eat them raw?
Well, he goes out and he finds stuff to eat, and usually it's the grossest stuff. One time he was diving into the deep sea looking for food. He found himself a lobster, pulled it up and cooked it. I'm like, yes, that's what I want right
Okay.
now. So let's play for a lobster tail.
I'm not diving into it and cooking it for you, but
I'll
we
do that
could
for you.
go.
That'd be fun too.
I think my
That would
idea
be
of fun
fun
in the
too.
sun, but we'll get to
Quite a
that later.
lobster tail you had right there.
Yeah, that is a lobster
Is
tail.
it okay if we play for a lobster tail? Is
That's
that okay?
fine. At
Good.
Gene and Georgetti's?
It doesn't matter to me where it's at. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. And let's see. Welcome to my co-host Jeff Myers. He's in the studio today. Mike and I digress there.
Sorry.
And then we have Darlene Yulin. She's our YouTube camera girl today. And our special guests today are, and we have a mob too. That's probably why George left. He hates when I pack the studio. But we only have an hour. And I mean, look at Oprah. She has that whole big audience. And so how many people do we have in here? Jeff?
Not everybody in the audience talks on Oprah, though.
Well, everybody in the audience talks here.
Oh, no.
Listen,
Case closed.
In our first half, which is already a third over, Gretchen Vapner from Elgin's Community Crisis Center, here to tell us about the Crisis Center's work and receive a gift donated from the Laura Dion-Jones show, Elgin's Biggest Loser, to contest winner Stephanie Cedric, who lost 12.8% of her body weight, Stephanie, or 30.8 pounds in 12 weeks.
Wow.
And also there are a few other top EBLs with us today. Valerie Swan, she's our 8th place Biggest Loser. Julie Belanger, 7th place. And Ramona Quintanilla is our 9th place. And they're going to tell us about their experience in a little bit and hopefully persuade some of our listeners and their friends to come join us in EBL 3. And then in the second half, I'd like to introduce Radio Ron Wallerwitz.
Radio Ron.
Radio Ron, a Chicago fireman who's world famous for his firehouse chili, which he did not bring for us today.
We were promised. I don't know about you, but Ron, but we were promised chili.
And the all-girl heavy metal rock band, the Popular Rejects, which are Caitlin and Kristen Walleritz, Radio Ron's two incredibly talented musician daughters, along with the bandmate Kennedy Papa, talking about their award-winning new song, Conservate, which we will get into second half. So let's get right into the quote of the week. Y'all, ready?
Go ahead.
Don't do anything in practice that you wouldn't do in the game. Who said it?
Probably Vince Lombardi.
No.
Magic Johnson.
No. Radio Ron?
Hank
Have any
Stram.
idea? No, he's shaking his head no. No. George
Allen.
Hallis.
Oh, George Hallis. Wow, isn't that nice? The original Papa Bear.
And if you wouldn't eat your face off during the 12 weeks of your Elgin's Biggest Loser contest competition, please eat healthy in between, because now you guys are semi on your own for these next couple
They were
weeks.
talking about that in the hallway.
Till-
Apparently, there's been some missing of the troops in that issue.
well, you know something? Everybody's panicked, and I'm. Do I miss my EBLs?
Speaking of missing EBLs, I was going to ask you, it's been a week now. Do you miss them?
I miss them terribly. Look at my little newsletter last night, and I miss them tremendously. The 12 weeks of the contest were over before we knew it, and I managed to motivate about 35 active participants to lose, hold the sign up, to lose 466 pounds in 12 weeks. That's almost a quarter of a ton. And Julie printed out a picture that we're showing on our YouTube camera of a quarter-ton sailboat.
Nice.
And this is this
sailboat too.
This is the scale they stand on, isn't it?
So EBL 3 begins September 15th, and we'd love to have you, your friends, and family join us. And the year-end holidays are coming, so all the EBLs 1 and 2 are welcome to join us again, too. We miss you guys, and yeah, it's September, and this weekend's Labor Day already, so email me at Dion-Jones@AOL.com or go to elginsbiggestloser.com. Isn't it nice I have that domain?
Very nicely done.
To get more info and register for EBL 3, and you can also check with the Y for more info also. So
You tweeted me there'll be an EBL Hall of Fame. After we begin to do a couple more, there'll be an EBL Hall of Fame. You'll have induction ceremonies and a banquet every year.
That's a good idea.
So that's what the kids wanted. They want lobster tail.
They want lobster
at the
tails
banquet,
too. You're
yeah.
gonna break the bank, boy.
Well,
we gotta get us some
it's a social
funding.
event.
We gotta get us some funding here.
Nice.
So we're gonna talk cardio a little bit later, if that's okay, Mike.
Yeah, and I found out 9,000 meters is equal to 5.5 miles.
Wow.
See, I roll 5.5 miles in an hour, and I gotta tell you something. That's cooking.
Oh yeah.
That's really cooking.
And for a rowing machine?
I can't even believe I do it.
You
So
must have went to Yale back in your college days. You had a really good rowing
Ivy
team at
League.
Yale too.
my former life, I don't know. That's something I should kind of what channel to see.
Okay.
Let's see. But next up is Gretchen Vapner. Is that how we pronounce it?
Exactly right.
Gretchenita from Elgin's. I was going to say from Elgin's Biggest Community Crisis Center. From Elgin's Community Crisis Center. Yes, yes. Here to tell us about the Crisis Center's work and to receive a gift donated from the Laura Dion-Jones show, Elgin's Biggest Loser 2 competition winner Stephanie Cedric, again lost 12.8% of her body weight, and she's also here with a few other, Valerie Swan, Julie, and Ramona. So welcome, everybody. Stephanie, here's your first place Elgin's Biggest Loser check for $250 made out to the charity of your choice.
Okay.
So if you would like to say a word.
Thank you very much. I was so excited to have won the contest. I had no idea that in a million years that I would ever win this. You know, actually when it came to the second to last weigh-in, I was second place, and that's when my competitive edge started kicking in. And so for that last week, I really started working out, and so, you know, I'm just really thankful to have won, and, you know, thank you for the opportunity, Laura. I really appreciate it. It has changed my life, and I have 60 more pounds to go, so I'm just going to keep going. And go ahead.
So if you average maybe 30 pounds, God willing, every 12, so that's going to see you through EBL 3, EBL 4, and then maybe you'll have to go into EBL 5 for maintenance, just in case. What do you think?
That would be great. I would love that. So I'm so happy to have won, you know, the contest and won the $250 on behalf of Laura Dion-Jones show. And I would like to present this check to the Elgin Crisis Center.
Thank you so much.
Round of applause. That's
Bravo, bravo, well done.
Congratulations to you too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we'll get back to some of the Elgin's Biggest Losers in a second, but first while Gretchen's here, we'd like to hear about exactly what services the Community Crisis Center provides for the women and children of the Elgin community.
Okay, well, the Community Crisis Center is 35 years old this year, and it happens to be my 35th year with them too. I guess I just never got a better offer. Anyway, it's an exciting place to work, and it's good to feel that we are helping people, almost 8,000 individuals every year. Our programs are domestic violence. We provide services to victims of domestic violence as well as people who wish to change their violent behavior. 90% of domestic violence is perpetrated by males to females, and so we have several groups a week, 2 of them in Spanish, helping men to change their violent behavior. We also provide for the victim. We provide shelter 24/7. We'd like to look at a 6-week stay. Sometimes it has to be longer than that. We provide counseling, legal advocacy. We meet all of their needs, food, clothing, by referral, or we give it to them. We have a children's program within the shelter, and we are mostly full. We have, as I sit here today, 38 people in shelter, women and children. And the children range from infants to middle school age.
Wow.
We also provide, as I said, the Batterers Intervention Program. We have a program that responds to the needs of sexual assault victims and their significant others, their families, who also have a lot of problem dealing with the sexual assault. We respond to the hospital with volunteer advocates who have 55 hours of training to respond to the needs of a domestic violence victim or a victim of sexual assault at the area hospitals. And we do that 24/7, and we're there just to explain to them what the procedures are at the hospital and to explain the crisis center services as well. We also have an economic crisis program, and as you can imagine, this last couple of years has been very, very busy. We have financial assistance available on a limited basis for rent and to prevent eviction, for some mortgage assistance as well, but those rules come from the people who give us the money, and they're pretty strict. So we do have staff available to talk to people who have a financial crisis, or if people need food when the other food pantries are closed, or if they need shampoo or toiletries, we can help with that. We are also asked every day to help with diapers, and it's a very difficult thing to keep up with the demand. I'll put a little commercial in here that
Please do.
we need large size diapers.